Hi, Suzette. This is Joyce Briggs with the Durham Housing Authority's Ross program. And today we're going to have an update on the Jobs Plus program that we have, the grant for McDougald Terrace. Now, there were two other videos prior to this one giving a step-by-step of the progress that it made, and they've made so much progress. And I wanted you all to remember Suzette. Hey, Suzette, how are you today?
Hey there, Joyce, and hey to the audience, to the YouTube audience.
So why don't you tell us what's been going on?
All righty, so Jobs Plus, and just to refresh your memory, or if you have not heard about Jobs Plus is a grant from HUD that the Durham Housing Authority received specifically for McDougald Terrace. It's a $2.3 million grant to assist those residents at McDougald Terrace with increasing their income and achieving self-sufficiency. So more specifically, to help the residents to become employed, to get good employment at an amazing livable wage, also to go to school, to get certifications, even college degrees. And so Jobs Plus program is about. And so since the last time we spoke, we are now up to about 100 participants.
Whoa.
Yes. The team and I have been working diligently to bring our numbers up, to get folks involved in the program, to saturate the community with the marketing material, and to make sure that all residents at McDougald Terrace are aware of the program. Because as you can imagine, that's the crux of the program. We got to get the information out. We have to make people aware that there is such a thing as the Jobs Plus program. And the other great incentive about the Jobs Plus program is that as some folks can imagine, in public housing, rent is based upon income. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes working can be a disincentive to those residents, because they know if their income increases, their rent is going to increase. Well, to mitigate that or to combat that, what HUD did was to put an amazing clause in the Jobs Plus program called Jobs Plus Earned Income Disregard, JPEID, which is very similar to the regular EID. The difference is Jobs Plus Earned Income Disregard is 100% of the increased income completely disregarded for the duration of the grant. Okay. And so that means a resident can work and earn income, and that income can be completely disregarded, which would keep their rent the same. Whatever they're paying at the time they signed up for the program is what they're going to pay for the duration of the grant program.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so good.
Love that.
And you got 100?
We have 100. We may be just one person shy of 100, but Reggie is signing up someone today. So we're right at 100 participants, and we're just very excited about that. And not only are we excited about the numbers in the program, Joyce, but we are excited about what the program offers the participants. And so it's one thing to have a lot of folks signed up for your program, but it's a completely different animal to have folks actually participate in the program.
Right.
So what myself and our staff, what we're doing now is we are going back and re-engaging all of those participants that we signed up. We want to make sure that we are meeting their needs. We want to make sure that they are signed up for educational opportunities. We want to make sure that they're taking advantage of the digital literacy programs. We want to make sure that they're taking advantage of a great training that you did, Joyce. You came and did the financial literacy piece for our participants, and it was absolutely awesome. And we are definitely looking forward to having you come back and teach that class again for our participants.
I enjoyed it more than they did, I think.
I understand they did vision. I wasn't at the class, but I heard that they did vision boards. I had 2 participants call me to say, Ms. Spence, you got to see the vision board that we did with Joyce. And so they were very excited about the financial literacy that you trained them and that you taught them.
Thank you. I enjoyed it more than they did. Thanks so much. So you got some new staff. I'm sorry that they couldn't join us today because you have them running around doing all kinds of things, and they just couldn't come today, but we'll get them next
very busy
time.
today. Very
so
busy.
Tell me about the different, the addition to your staff.
Okay, so I think the last time I was on, we had Sharonda. Oh, it was only Sharonda. Oh,
it was only
okay.
Sharonda.
All
so
right.
we haven't met Jessica and we haven't met Becky.
Oh my goodness. So Sharonda is our job developer, and she was here the last time. She's doing an amazing job. Since Sharonda,
sorry to cut you off, but tell everybody what exactly is a job developer.
So a job developer is an individual who has an expertise in the employment market. Okay. And what the job developer does is actually go out into the community and actually work with employers to create jobs and create employment opportunities for our clientele. And what that may look like is, you know, the job may not even be posted. It may not even be a position, but the job developer would go into this employer and actually carve out space, carve out an employment opportunity where she can match one of our participants. And so it's an amazing job. It's an amazing opportunity to personally match our participants with employment opportunities that best fit their skill set.
Something that you said earlier, I loved, you talked about a living wage job, and you're not trying to just get them a job, because anybody can get a job, but we want them to get a job where they will be happy and make it a career. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And I must admit, coming from my background, I come from an employment background, and years ago, it was just get a job, get a job, get a job. And so, as I said, I must admit, even when I came to the JObsPlus program, that was still my mindset, get a job, get a job. And then I had to take a step back and realize that with this new paradigm, it is not just get a job, because they can go to any employment agency and get a job. They can go down the street and get a job, particularly now with, you know, us returning to normal or some semblance of normal as we emerge out of the pandemic. A lot of companies are hiring now. But those jobs may not necessarily be a good fit or a good match or a good salary income for our participants, because, you know, even my direct supervisor, who's Melvin Green is the program manager for the resident services. And, you know, he is very much against just getting a job. He consistently has those conversations with me, because I'll say, oh my goodness, so-and-so is hiring and they want to come and hire our folks. And, you know, Melvin is like, listen, we want our folks to have a living wage, because the JObsPlus program is going to end, Joyce. And once that program ends, they are going to have to pay regular rent. They're going to have to go back and pay the amount of rent, you know, whatever DHA charges them or whatever is fair market value. And so we want them to be ahead of the game. We want them to have what is considered a living wage. Now, you know, my staff and I took the opportunity to do some research on a living wage. And out of approximately 340 some people at McDougald Terrace, you know, there's perhaps maybe one person making what is considered a living wage.
And what exactly would you define living wage to be?
Yeah, so for a single person with no children, this is going to blow your mind. A single person with no children, a living wage for Durham would be considered anywhere between $50,000 and $62,000 a year. Now, when you add children to that,
Oh
so
boy.
now if
You
you
saw my
have,
look, right? It's gonna have to be more.
so now
Gonna
if you
have to be-
have, even if you have a single parent with 2 children, you know, a living wage in Durham for a single parent with 2 children, now we're talking, you know, 68,000, you know, numbers like that. And unfortunately, that's just not where our participants are. As a matter of fact, a lot of us are not there yet. So, you know, it's something that really needs, it needs to be a conversation. Even, and I know I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit.
No, not really. Not
But,
really.
You know,
Because the job developers got to figure out a way to get there to these
yes.
numbers, and these numbers are somewhat high.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is why the JObsPlus program also advocates for education, certification. We are begging our folks, take these classes. We have partnered with Durham Tech. So Durham Tech has, you know, CNA courses, phlebotomy courses, you know, so many classes, natural hair care. And believe it or not, those folks with natural hair care license, that's an opportunity for you to become an entrepreneur, for you to, you know, have your own business. And what I know personally is those folks that are getting their hair braided, you know, they're charging $300 per person. Some of those micro braids and those, you know, weaves and all of those things, those are like $300. So imagine making $300 a day. That's if you do one person's hair. If you do two heads,
Oh my gosh, yeah,
a day.
They could easily get to that living wage.
Easily get to the living wage. And so we are encouraging our folks to, you know, take advantage of these learning and certification opportunities.
Exactly. And one thing that we talked about in the money management class, you got to figure out a way to put this money aside, because like you said, this grant is going to end and life is going to go back to normal. And then you're going to have to start paying rent, and you need to have a bucket of savings to help with the incidentals that happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You got to figure out, I mean, and if you, let's say your rent's $75 now, and all of a sudden you start getting this more income and your rent doesn't go up, and then you go, oh, I got some money, what am I going to do? And you need to think about what's going to happen in the future and put some money aside for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why we desperately need you, Joyce, to teach those financial literacy classes. Also, Joyce, we're going to be partnering with one of our local banks in the area to assist our folks with, you know, savings accounts, and checking accounts, and even possibly investing.
Right. And that's why I had Pinnacle Bank there that day to talk about how to open up a checking account, how to open up a savings account, and what they're looking for. And unfortunately, and credit as well. For some reason or another, when a person goes to a bank and applies for a checking or savings account, they're going to run their credit to see that in the past, did they walk away from a bank leaving money? And those kind of things kind of follow you, you know, for a couple of years. So you just have to really be on the straight and up about what you're doing, and not leave a trail that's going to haunt you.
Exactly. And how you manage your money. That's very true. Very true. I was talking to another one
about it under their mattress, and that's not good. That's not good. But anyway,
I was talking to one of our partners, Germany McNeil. She does a lot with, you know, home ownership and things like that.
Yes.
And she was sharing with us that there was a time that, you know, a person could, you know, purchase a home with maybe $3,000 down, and then they would get, you know, other monies from other financial institutions and forgivable loans and things like that. And she made it real clear, those days are gone, you know. So now you really do need, you really need 15,000 and more to purchase a home. And so, you know, the JObsPlus program is a way for people to earn money, increase their income, and they can save this money. They can save
years. Oh my God.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree 100%. And so the jobs developer definition of her job has been defined. So now let's talk about you got a new case manager.
I have a new case manager. Our new case manager is Reggie Chandler. And Reggie Chandler is new to case management, but he is not new to DHA. He's not new to Durham Housing Authority. He worked in the operations side, and his reputation and his integrity precedes him. He is well thought of by the residents in the community that he worked in. I can't remember right now what that community was. Maybe you'd know, Joyce, the community that he worked in.
Yeah, he worked with the seniors at J.J. Henderson, Forest Hills, and Scattered Sites. And then he went to Cornwallis, I think it was.
I think you're right. And he is known for just being very caring, very integral. And so we are just pleased to have him to come from the operations side and then come over to the JObsPlus program. He brings with him a wealth of knowledge about Durham Housing Authority, about the residents, about the culture. And he also brings knowledge with him about recertification, because the rent recertification and calculation is a critical part of the JObsPlus program. As folks are earning income and their rent actually goes up, they don't pay the increase. The grant actually pays the increase. And so
I see.
Yes, that's the way that works. Then and that's written into the grant so that PHAs don't lose money. We don't want public housing authorities to lose money. And so written in the grant is the budget to pay the difference for those rent increases. And so we needed someone on the JObsPlus team that had experience with rent calculation, that had experience with recertification, and that could really, just be the JPEID liaison or specialist, as it were, for the JObsPlus program. And so we are just thrilled to have Reggie to be a part of our team.
Awesome.
Yes, we also have a new case manager. Her name is Jessica Reed.
Okay, so you got two case managers.
Yes.
Only one. Okay.
Yes, so the program
Got it now.
For one job developer and two case managers.
Gotcha.
And so Jessica Reed also brings with her a wealth of experience from her previous employment. She's very familiar with case management. She's doing a great job. She is connecting with our residents, and she is actually very technical, very analytical. She is extremely forward thinking. She thinks out of the box. And so her experience, her expertise, her analytical thinking and her analytical thought processes is an extreme asset to the JObsPlus program.
Awesome. That's so good. So you got a full team and
I think a full team.
Your team is full. Are you adding any more?
Well, we're not adding any more DHA staff. However, we just got 4 interns from North Carolina Central University. Yes. All right. Yes. And they started about a week or so ago. And we are now getting that. Yes, we have 3 in the bachelor's program and 1 getting his MSW. And so we are immersing them into case management. We are immersing them into the JObsPlus program and getting their feet wet into their future careers. And we're just really, really excited and just grateful to have them join our team. Them being a part of the JObsPlus staff, actually, it helps for us to tie up loose ends. It helps that our case managers and our job developers are not extremely overwhelmed. Because as you can imagine, with a new program like JObsPlus, we're still trying to learn all the ins and outs of the program and then implement the program at the same time. And so there are days we are completely overwhelmed, But what I can say about the staff and myself, we are dedicated to our participants and we're dedicated to the program.
And
we have great
McDougald is
leadership.
large. McDougald is huge.
It's huge. It's huge.
And I guess you remember I started calling it the McDougald campus.
You sure did.
Because it's so big.
It really is.
And they're so lucky to have you. Oh my God, they're so lucky.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. We are actually going to walk the campus and hand out flyers about the community clinical nursing program that's going to be happening right on site at McDougald Terrace at the T.A. Grady Community Center. And once again, Joyce, we have you to thank for making that connection for us. And so you
my pleasure.
Have been an integral part of, what we offer to our participants. And so it's not just employment. There are so many other pieces that go along with creating a healthy, well-balanced life. You need money, you need income, but you also need to be well.
Yes, because a healthier person makes a healthier decision.
Yes.
That's what I always say that. I always say, and it's so true. And I know I only work with seniors, but if you're lucky, you get to be a senior.
Oh, yes. Tell me about it.
So those younger people need to just stay on the right path so they can become a healthy senior. Because as we get older,
I have an AARP card now too. I'll be 58 in 3 months.
No way, Jose.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be 58 in December.
No, you don't look at all.
So I'm starting to feel all of that.
I understand. Hey, welcome to the club.
So we are very excited about the community clinical nursing program that's going to be at T.A. Grady. They're going to be there every Thursday for about 7 weeks. Right. So they start September 16th. They're going to be doing blood pressure, diabetes checking, even some conversations about mental health is going to happen there.
So important.
It's extremely important. It's extremely important. And so I'm very thankful and grateful. It's a lot of work, but we're up for it. We're up for the challenge and we're ready for it.
And I think having a lot of things going on at one time is just so good for them because they don't have to just stay in one little aisle and they can make it work. They'll make it work. I'm so proud of you. You've done amazing since January. Is it January you came?
I came on in January.
Yeah, you've done a lot since January. Wow. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
For reading that post and getting that job.
Well, I have great leadership. As I stated before, Melvin Green is my direct supervisor. He is absolutely amazing. He is very dedicated to the JObsPlus program. He calls it his baby. And so since JObsPlus program is his baby, I have to take very good care of the JObsPlus program. He says that's his baby. And he and I work very well together. And then above my direct supervisor, Melvin Green, is Marcus Clark, who again is a great leader. And we're just grateful. We're just grateful to have a great team of people working together to make it all happen.
Yes. Yeah, we're pretty lucky. I think that you and I have the best jobs in the whole world.
I love my job.
So do I. So do I. I tell you, I love nothing for it.
Yes, that is so true, Joyce. And we met. You had a resource fair was it 2 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the Main Street Towers. Yeah.
Yes. So let me tell you, as a result of the job fair that you had, we made a lot of contacts that day.
That's what it was about.
Yes,
that's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about.
We were supposed to go on the tour of Oak Street Health. Right. We were supposed to do that yesterday, but they had a scheduling conflict. So we are going next Tuesday at 1:00. We're going on
Okay.
a tour there. We also,
You're gonna love it. You're gonna
oh,
love
I'm
it.
so excited about going.
It's so impressive. I tell you, it is so impressive.
I'm looking forward to it. You also had, I think it was Gold Triangle there. Was it Gold Triangle, Gold Durham?
Go Triangle.
Gold Triangle. So guess what? They are hiring. And they are hiring at a really good salary. And you don't have to have a CDL. They actually do the CDL training.
And you know what? I was listening to your previous interview with me, and there was someone on, you were talking about someone wanting to get the CDL.
Yes, it was a lady who wants to drive.
I know.
Yeah,
that is good, girl. That is good.
Yes.
If all you have to do is put it out there and it comes to you.
It comes.
It really does. It really does. Beware of what you wish for.
Oh my goodness.
It might happen.
That's
it will happen, not might.
That's right.
It will happen. That's
you put it out there, and whether you call God, the universe, whatever. I mean, I personally call him God, and you put it out there and it'll come back. It'll come back.
It will.
So that was such a great connection. And so on September 30th, we are having a job fair.
Okay.
From 11 to 3 p.m. And that's going to be right at TA Grady. And we're going to have Go Triangle there. We're going to have Coca-Cola there. I received an email from NC Works that Coca-Cola wants to partner with the JObsPlus program and hire some of our folks.
You're joking. That is so awesome.
Yes. And Reggie actually made a contact with AMC Movie Theater. They are looking to hire 60 people. And so while working at AMC Movie Theater right now may not be a living wage, what it does do is it gets you in the job market. It teaches you how to network. It teaches you how to report to a job on time every day. It teaches you how to interact with managers and supervisors. It teaches you how to clock in on time, get up on time, all those kinds of things. And so it is a great training opportunity, particularly for those who have been out of the job market for a while. Right. Working these kinds of jobs is a great way to get your foot in the door. And so we're crazy excited.
This is so good. So before I'm hoping that you already got a flyer for the one on September 30th?
No, we just solidified the date yesterday. And so we're going to be working on our flyer this coming week.
Okay, so I was hoping that you did so I could post it at the end of this video.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, don't worry about it. We could always inform the community at a later time between now and then. That's not a problem at all.
And we're opening up the job fair to all public housing residents. So you don't necessarily have to be a part of the JObsPlus program to come to the job fair. We're just opening that up to all folks that are looking for employment. And we're also opening up the doors to other employers, right? Absolutely. So if you know of any employers, if the YouTube audience knows of any employers, please come on down to TA Grady on September 30th, or you can just shoot me an email. Is it okay if I give my email address? You better. Okay. I was going to post it at the end of the video, but you can tell them. Yes. I'll also give my my business cell also. So my DHA email address is SSPENCE@DHA-NC.org. And so it's my first initial. You did right. You did right. Yeah. I got it. So it's my first initial and last name at DHA-NC.org. Or you can call me on my DHA cell, which is 919-599-8663. Great. And if you weren't able to keep up with it
folks. I will post it at the end of this video, okay?
Great.
Okay, anything else that you want to tell the audience before we sign off? Because I don't want to keep you because the day is Friday.
Friday. It's Friday. Well,
Today is Friday, but I won't post this till Monday morning. Is that okay?
Okay. Well, we are still looking to enroll. Enrollment is open. And so if you are looking for some supportive services and you want to work and earn income without your rent going up, and you live at McDougald Terrace, or you have a family member, a friend, or you know someone who lives at McDougald Terrace, please tell them about the JObsPlus program. We are ready to receive them. We're ready to provide support and ready to engage them in the goals of their future.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks so much for your time today. And I will post your contact information at the end of the video. And hopefully that someone will call you and say, I want to be a part of all the activities that you have going on. The job fair, as a vendor or as a participant, and wanting to join your JObsPlus program. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. You have a good weekend, and thanks everyone. Please subscribe to the Morning Coffee with Joyce, like our video, and post any comments that you have on the website. Okay? Thanks so much. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye-bye.